and we are live right now. Here we go. Welcome to the stream, or welcome to this as video, and let me make sure everything's going correct because this is my first time actually doing a kind of crypto stream. So by now I've only been doing pretty much gaming streams, but testing out something new. And I don't know if my voice is actually good, so whoever's in the chat wants to make sure everything's good. But either way, let's get into it. I'll actually start off with this, because this is very interesting. Came across, it literally saw this a few seconds ago on my Twitter feed. It was like in 2021, at this time of the year, the fear index was at, let me see if I can get that up. Can you even see that? It was actually at 90 there, but now, a year later, exactly a year later, yes, that's January 11th, 2021, a year later, fear index is actually at 10. And that was actually yesterday, but that has changed. So I thought that's very interesting. I actually stayed up until it would kind of update itself on one of the fear indexes that we're gonna have a look at. So, and also I felt a bit inspired by some channels out there doing kind of cryptocurrency analysis and just looking at the market and stuff like that. Even though they've probably not even been into crypto as long as I have, but it's just interesting. Either way, also I might give away. I've had these for a while. I might give away these. Now these aren't obviously real bitcoins. They're like physical kind of gimmicky products. But it's just interesting. I might give out one of these, possibly. Depends how well the stream's kind of doing and stuff like that. Obviously, as I said, this isn't a real bitcoin, and I'll see about it. So if you're watching this back as a video, I've actually got my if I look over here, it's because I've got my like another stream open up. But we'll start off with, we won't start off with the article, we'll actually start off with the fact that obviously Bitcoin is in a bit of a bear trend, which means that it's in a bit of a downtrend. So bear, kind of, the way you can look at it is bears attack downwards and bulls attack up. So, you know, bulls attacking up. So when you hear something saying bullish, then that means it's going up. You hear the opposite, then yeah. So let me actually see. So chart wise, I put it on the 1 minute chart here. I mean, it's actually, you know, kind of going a bit back up. I wouldn't say, you know, this isn't anything, you know, it just keeps on going up and down, and that's just been the case. I mean, we've seen pretty much ever since the top, I think a 40% decrease, I believe, from what I've seen anyway. You know, don't count me upon that. But either way, the big thing is that Goldman Sachs, you know, the big investment firm, we'll get into the article, not yet though, in a moment, we will get into it, has basically said that Bitcoin's going to get to 100k. Now, the 100k mark is pretty much it's been repeated for like more than a year now. So, will it reach it? I think in the next, you know, if we're looking long term, plus 3 years, and obviously nothing I say is obviously financial advice, but plus 3 years, we could actually see something like that. But for now, you know, it's all a bit crazy. So, as we can see here, Bitcoin's actually up 1%, Ethereum's up 2%. I mean, that's nothing, but it just shows that people are actually buying the dips, which is good. You can see the charts there on the right there. I don't know if you can see it on the stream. Can you see it? Yeah, last 7 days, you can see Bitcoin just going down. I mean, I think the only ones, I know there are a few small coins, you know, as they call it, you know, not to say the word, I don't like to swear, but, you know, small, very, very, very small coins that have actually got a good use case, and that aren't meme coins, that are actually holding quite well. One of them being is Harmony. Now I'll pop that up actually. I mean, this is a whole separate video, Harmony 1. So I'll actually pop this up. So it's actually at 0.3. I'm gonna get the chart up now. I can expect, you know, Harmony 1 to have also taken a decrease with Bitcoin, but I want to have a look at this as well, because let me make sure, is the stream all okay? Let me make sure. Let me make sure the stream's all good. I can see the chat, so also message in the chat if you're in the chat. Anyway, it says loading data. Hold up a second, yeah. I don't know why this actually taking a bit of a while. Either way, let's actually forget about that. Let's get into this article. So, Goldman Sachs says Bitcoin is going to $100,000 possibility by taking on gold. So there's been this kind of rivalry because of investments, you know, about Bitcoin being the digital gold, etc., etc. That's been a long, you know, thing. And, you know, as I haven't read this article, so it's actually going to be a first time reading through it, and it's actually interesting. I want to see what they say. So, I mean, as you can see here, Bitcoin Botcoin. What is Botcoin? Will continue to take market share. Oh, but Slavy coin. Mustafa's in the chat. Oh, welcome to the chat, Mustafa. So Bitcoin will continue to take market share from gold as part of a broader adoption of digital assets, making the often-touched price prediction of $100,000 by advocates a possibility, according to Goldman Sachs Group. Now, Goldman Sachs, large investment firm. If you don't know already, everybody does pretty much. Now, if we were to look, maybe let's say more than 3 years ago, about Goldman Sachs saying something like this, it would be crazy. It would be absolutely crazy, because something like this would not exist. Wait, did my stream just stop? What the hell happened there? Anyway, something like this, like hearing some news like this more than 3 years ago, you know, I mean, I was in that period of the bullish run when it went to 20k, and you would not hear something like this at all. So, you know, long term, when you're looking at it, it's actually very bullish. You know, we've got people like Disney getting into the cryptocurrency space. We've got Samsung. We've got, I don't know about Apple. Maybe Apple? I don't know. I've not seen any strong news on Apple, but I'm sure you can even name more firms that are out there, as long as you do a Google search and you can see all the big firms out there. Apparently YouTube is not maintaining a smooth stream for me. I don't know what is going on. I'm still streaming though, but either way, Goldman says it estimates the Bitcoin float adjusted market capitalization under 700 billion. This accounts for 20% share of the store value, which it said is comprised of Bitcoin and gold. The value of gold that's estimated for investment is estimated at 2.6 trillion. So, as far as I can understand, you know, Bitcoin's not reached the levels that, you know, gold is. I mean, I think there's a whole chart that I saw where Bitcoin, in comparison to gold and the property industry for investment-wise, is so minuscule compared to those other large, markets, which is just expected. I mean, you can expect that, but you can expect, hopefully, you know, cryptocurrency as an industry to just kind of get close and creep up to other competitive, or its competitors, such as the property industry, gold, and, you know, other popular investments that people like to be in, and they've known for, you know, longer than they've heard of Bitcoin. So let's see, what can we say? So if Bitcoin's share of the store of value were hypothetically to rise to 50% over the next 5 years, which is actually a possibility, because you know, I'll speak this later in the video, or stream shall I say, of why this is the case. I mean, you can look past every 3 years, and we'll look into one of these charts that I like to have a look at, called the rainbow chart. And every 3 years you can see, because there's like a halving. Now, to be honest, I don't know every single thing there is to do with cryptocurrency, so don't take me as like an absolute nuthead about it, but every 3 years there's been a pattern where you can see there has been a bullish run. So either way, so we can see its price increase to just over $100,000 for a compound annualized return of 17 or 18%. I mean, I wouldn't say, you know, you could expect something like that, a 17 to 18% return every single year, as they're stating, because during those periods where it's a bit of a quite bearish, and it's quiet, such as between mid 2018 all the way to 2020, in between that stage it was quite quiet. So, and you know, I don't think you could say, you know, that's probably an estimate there that they're saying, but they're not saying it's an estimate. You can hear my squeaky chair here. But so now they're just repeating. So Bitcoin traded around on Tuesday. Today, what day is it actually today? Today is Sunday. And so after climbing about 60% last year, which yeah, that's crazy to be honest still. Large by market value hit a record of 69,000 in November. I mean, November isn't too, you know, far away. I mean, we're in January now. So it has dipped since. Could we see another bullish run? Possible. It's possible, but we would have to see some probably large amounts of buying for other people to kind of also be influenced by that, and then also kind of want to jump in on the fear of missing out. So like FOMO, as they say. So let me check my phone here. Anyway, so what else have we got here that they're saying? So it surged more than 4,700% since 2016. So yeah, that was the bullish run, but before the bullish run of this bullish run, so 2017 to 2018 was the time where there was that previous bullish run to what we're experiencing now. and then I think 2014 was the bullish run before that. So they're talking about, obviously, that's 2 bullish runs that they're counting for, the 4,700%. So ever since 2016, they're saying it's risen by 4,700%, and in between now and 2016, we've had 2 strong bullish runs, and which is kind of expected, because I say every 3 years you can expect something like this. I mean, if you can just do your own research and have a look and see yourself, and that's mostly due because of the halving that occurs. Now, obviously, I don't even need to kind of research also myself upon that, but it's very interesting. But it's pretty much a pattern. So if you're in for the long term, you could see some strong gains, to be honest. But it all depends. So, or you could be averaging up, as most people say, buying the dip and averaging up your position. And that's what most people are saying, from what I see on investment fronts on social media. But so they haven't actually written any more here. Although, let's see what they say. Although the Bitcoin's network's consumption of real resources may be an obstacle to institutional adoption, such as how much it takes to mine Bitcoin, etc., the electricity that it costs, and the pollution that occurs, etc., that's all that's a whole different story, a whole different video, about all of that. But it says, that won't stop the demand for the asset, the note said. I'm assuming that's also, what Goldman Sachs continue to say there, as in, the demand for it will still continue. So Bitcoin, I mean, this has also been said for years now, Bitcoin has long been referred as a digital gold, and the criticisms levied at gold tend to apply to Bitcoin as well. It pays no interest on dividends, and it doesn't imitate the performance of more traditional assets, such as, what can I say, stocks. I mean, you could see maybe, I don't know if you could see any correlation between, maybe in terms of like stocks that are to do with cryptocurrency, in the cryptocurrency industry, such as Coinbase. I know they're listed as a stock now on the stock market. A few months ago they released their kind of IPO, etc. So you could see maybe a trend with that. But to be honest, even when there was a bullish run with Bitcoin, I think there was a bit of a downtrend with Coinbase. But either way, so as they're saying here, Bitcoin has long been referred as the digital gold. Advocates say, Bitcoin, like gold, serves as protection against the systematic abuse of fiat currencies. So what we're talking about there is pretty much inflation. So you being able to buy less of goods in a year's time and kind of protecting your money, because just holding on to the money itself into your bank account is kind of a bit more, it's just getting eaten up, as you could say, just playing with words there, by inflation. You can buy less of goods in a year's time due to inflation, and especially when inflation was, when it came out saying it's going to be like 6 or 7%, I think, in the US, then people, I'm sure people decided, considering more of Bitcoin. So that's that article there. But I also wanted to get into, so we got this website here which shows liquidations in terms of people that are pretty much just betting against the price of Bitcoin. Let me make sure everything's good on the stream. So what we got here is, this is interesting. Why is it interesting? Because as you can see here, period of 4 hours, let's change this to the past 24 hours, we've actually got total amount 57.58% are short. Look at the past 4 hours total of all these platforms here. So you got Binance, I don't know if you can see that on the stream there. Let me make sure you can see it on the stream. Yeah, you can. Right, so Binance and all these popular channels here, platforms, past 4 hours, bit of a downtrend. Actually, let's see the past hour. Look at that. So people are actually pretty much, from what I'm seeing here, especially on Binance, they're buying up the dips. They're betting on the fact that people are buying in. Now, why is this so? Well, it could be due to, especially the news, as I said, Goldman Sachs, with this article that it has literally came out not even more than a week ago, 4th of January. So people are taking long positions out and betting on the price to actually recover. I mean, no surprise. But if you look at, so, and also, what also correlates with this information that I'm presenting to you here, is this fear and greed index right here. So, as I said last night, when this last updated, which was, so, in basically 26 hours ago, is that this was just showing extreme fear of 10. And this wasn't here, but what was it? So yeah, last night around, what was it? UK time around midnight, this updated to 23. So previously it was actually 10, but it actually updated to 23. Very interesting. So we're actually seeing some positive news here. But as you can see here, it says here, let me make sure that you can see that. It says the next update of the Fear and Greed Index on this website itself will update in 2 hours and 35 minutes. Now, can we see something that is going to continue being bullish? Maybe. It all depends upon what information comes out at that time. So if suddenly, in an hour's time, because cryptocurrency is like 24/7, so you never know what can happen. In 2 hours time, there could be some bearish news that comes out, and the US will be awake, and they might take a short position, short being selling and long being kind of long, like buying. So could we see this continue? Honestly wouldn't expect to see this 23 to change down and then going back up, but personally I think this might jump to maybe something like 25. I don't think it would actually go anything crazy, but I think it might go to something like 25 or something like that. As you can see, last week we had 29, so it went, last month 24, last week 29, and then recently now you're seeing 10, and that's the lowest number I've seen, and that's the dip is pretty much being eaten up, being bought into. So why is it being bought into? Also, the fact of, this came out January 3rd. Samsung uses blockchain technology to address climate change. Here we go. Some positive news here. That's absolutely that's such strong. This could be a video in itself of Samsung doing this. That's such a large. Everybody knows Samsung, such a large firm, and it's just entirely bullish for the cryptocurrency industry. As I said, also with Goldman Sachs giving the positive news on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general, is this type of news. You would not see something like this more than 3 years in the previous bullish run that we had in the 2017 to 2018 area. We definitely would not see something like news like this. I actually can't recall any big name of a brand business that was actually on that side of cryptocurrency. There probably was, but obviously there is nothing like it is today. And honestly, it's a strong thing. You got big influencing people out there now speaking positively about Bitcoin that they actually spoke negatively about more than 3 years ago. I think one of them is, let me think, what's he called? I can't think of a name right now, but there's just quite a few people. Honestly, I don't even have to narrow it down. So yeah, but what Samsung is saying are, well, here's they're using the blockchain technology to pretty much. I haven't actually read this, but which is interesting, but it's I don't think it's Samsung themselves. I think they've partnered up, so they can track it using distributed ledger technology. So pretty much using the cryptocurrency platform to enable them to track what they're doing in terms of their success with it. Boohoo ads for NFTs. What do you mean Boohoo ads? Boohoo ads? What are you saying in the chat? But yeah, that's everything I was going to cover. It was pretty much, I wasn't going to make this too long of a stream. So if you've got any questions, even if you're watching this as a video, leave them in the comments section. I pretty much have a look. I'm always active. I'm going to continue streaming now. If anybody's got questions on the stream, if anybody actually wants me to have a look at anything, I mean, if I just Google pretty much, like $100,000 Bitcoin, you will see something that will be out there. I mean, let's go Cointelegraph. Let's see what's on the front page of Cointelegraph. Even after the pullback, the crypto trading algo's $100 bag is now worth $20,000. So I think that's somebody that's just So that algorithm is now worth 20k. I mean, no surprise, to be honest, because the numbers that we're at right now is absolutely, it's still kind of a bit crazy to me, because I was at that stage where I saw Bitcoin, you know, at such a low figure compared to what we're at now, where it's crazy. There we go, Kevin O'Leary. Yeah, this is the person that I was actually speaking about. He was speaking negatively about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and calling it basically, I don't know what he actually said specifically, but I know it was definitely negative more than 3 years ago. So now, obviously, as you can see, Kevin O'Leary, he's a popular businessman, he's entered the space of cryptocurrency, and he seems like he's understood it, or maybe somebody's made him understand it, and now he's actually bullish on it, whereas previously he was bearish on it. So, I mean, what we got else here? Why am I looking? I want to make sure that whoever's watching this, if you're watching this back as a video, that you can also look at what we're looking at right now. Bitcoin performs, this 10 hours ago, Bitcoin performs classic bounce at 40.7k as Bitcoin performs full circle from January 2021. Yeah, because January 2021 is where around the price that we saw in a year's time. So it's actually holding up quite well. It's not like the bullish run 2020 where it was kind of up, something like that, and then it had a bit of a downtrend, then it went back up 69k, and it has gone a bit down now. It's holding up quite well, and reason why I believe it's holding quite largely better than it was in the bullish run previously is because you got these names out there: Samsung, Goldman Sachs. There's even more names out there. Kevin O'Leary, you know, popular businessman. There's more information out there for you to be bullish rather than bearish about such a thing. Obviously, there is information out there that is bearish about cryptocurrency. One of them that I would say is the largest is the fact about how volatile it is. It is much more volatile than if you were to compare it to stocks, and I think that is going to. It could always be the case. I wouldn't say it will always be the case, but you know, from what we've seen previously, is that it is quite different. But so you got NFT. Obviously, NFTs have gone quite up, especially in this trend. You know, more than, you know, in the previous bullish trend. Nobody NFT. If you were to hear about NFT, people would be like, "What is that?" If you were to hear that in the previous bull trend. So it's actually, we're at 22 minutes now. I'm gonna max it out at like 30 minutes. So for people that watch this back as a video, so what we've got here in the comment section of the stream, you know, the brand Boohoo. I've seen ads for NFTs they've launched. Ooh, I haven't actually had a look at that, but maybe I'll have to. So again, another business that's out there on the front, and Boohoo, they do, you know, clothes, etc., etc. Binance told its Pakistani consumers that they're regulated when they're not. I think this was a article here. Pakistan to investigate Binance for multi-million-dollar crypto scam. Yeah, interesting. Will this time be different? Bitcoin eyes dropped to 35k as BTC price paints death cross. But you know what the thing is though, you always see, yeah, you'll see these predictions, whether it's up or down, but also these big institutions. I think it's a MicroStrategy. They hold enough of Bitcoin. Tesla, not to mention, you know, everybody knows Tesla, Elon Musk, etc., etc. They're holding Bitcoin. But I think MicroStrategy, they loaded up on their position. A few businesses, and I mean, if you just look up cryptocurrency buy-in or whatever, something like that, I'm sure you'll see some news of some big firms that are pretty much, whether they're maybe even not known to yourself or etc., etc., you know, you're still seeing people buying the dip. I think that's definitely what you're seeing here in terms of in the past hour. I mean, you know, let's actually go back to the chart. So we actually had a big sell-off right now. Look at that. As we're speaking, that is a big candle. That is a big volume candle right there. I don't think I can actually see what the volume is on that, but that is large compared to that. So it's actually a bit in the oversold territory right now if we're looking at the 1 minute chart. So, I mean, you could see it probably bouncing back. You know, in half an hour time, you could probably see it go back to 47k. But this will be interesting to see. Obviously, I'm not going to stream for this long, but I think I personally will keep a very good lookout on this, as in what happens in the 2 hours time, because it could either be down or up. I reckon we're going to see a number of 25. Just guessing. I don't think it's going to go below 20, personally. But there is this dude who bases his predictions off astrology. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen quite a few, not quite a few, but like a few specific people do that. I mean, it's interesting to have a look at. Also, what we've got here is the crypto fear greed index over time. So we've got past two years, which is interesting to have a look at. Actually, let's have a look at all time, because this will show the dips, etc., etc. So this website has only existed since 2018. So during this period is when you had a bit, you know, Bitcoin was kind of a bit quiet, I'd say. But as you can see here, even during its period of where it was a bit quiet, you know, you had a fear and greed index of, you know, 95. Am I seeing 95 there? Which is actually crazy, because there wasn't much being talked about at that stage. Maybe there was. That was beginning of 2020. Is that correct? Hold up. This is the beginning of 2020. So what you can see here, actually, let me see. Let me get up the bigger chart here so I can have a look at 69k Bitcoin. See exactly what period it hit 69k. We're not going to do too long of a stream. I'm going to make sure it's half an hour, something like that, so it's not too long. So yeah, so 69k, it was around November. Oh yeah, I remember now. November. So November time, 2021. Yeah, so you've got, it hit pretty much fear and greed index of 84. I don't know if you guys can see that on the, well, either way, on the right side here. So even when Bitcoin hit $69,000, which is its all-time high, around $69,000, the all-time high of this bullish run, well, I could say that's for now. Now, it hasn't reached more than 80. Oh, it reached 84. So it hasn't reached anything higher than 84 during the time that it actually went up. And we saw lows of all the way down to 20 September. So that's like, oh my god, it's 20 months time, and then after 2 months time you see. So what you're seeing here is basically kind of a bit of a repeated, you could use this as a bit of a strategy. Have a look at this and buy in. As you can see, we're at the dip stage right now. Fear and greed index 10. That was, you know, 24 hours ago. But it's gone back to 28? Was it 28? 23. I mean, as you can see here, we reached all the way sometime, what, March, fear and greed went 50, it was a bit quiet, then again, so you can expect something like this to occur, you know, bounce backs like that. Also, what I want to show you before I finish off the stream, rainbow chart Bitcoin. Rainbow chart Bitcoin. So now this correlates what I was talking about earlier on. Why is this in German? Is this thing right here. So in 2017, now this is extremely valuable knowledge that I'm, you know, saying in the stream. So if you're watching this through, then, you know, congrats to yourself, mate. So basically showing, so this was the bullish trend of 2014. Then it went off down a bit. Then we had a bit of a uptrend here, all the way up to 2017, and it hit 20k at the end of 2017, beginning of 2018. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, December 17th. I mean, I know from my head is when it hit 20k. Pretty much on the near enough 20k. Then the next bull run, 3 years later, again around about 3 years later, pretty much, you see Bitcoin going up again. Now, the thing why I'm showing you this is the fact that it's not reached this level of the red territory, as they say, maximum bubble territory. So as you can see here, so 2017, you got up all the way, Bitcoin, why am I saying you got up, but it reached higher than what we're at right now. Previously, this was off the chart here, 2014. This was completely off the rainbow chart. And this is kind of being repeated again here, you know, it going up. And then it's kind of repeated itself going up here. But then we've kind of seen this kind of trace back again. But you know, you've still got a period where Bitcoin could go back up, because I feel when I see this, right, you can see that it's not reached as high as the previous bullish runs. So that's why we could see something like that again. But obviously it's a bit it's a bit kind of a risky shot to give to base off your kind of, you know, what you're going to do based upon this. But let's have a look at this as well. So we also got, you've got various types of charts out there that you could follow through. So I think, for instance, I've seen this one previously. So what they're saying here is, where's the price here? I can't see the price. But in this method, what they're saying here, I can't see, there's no price, so I don't know how to kind of exactly base it off here. But I think this is the trace back that we're in right now. All right, so it's saying that we you know, we're meant to follow this line. So if we're saying that's 69k there, and that's, where's 2017? Wait, hold up. No, that's the 2014 bullish run. So 2017, we saw it go up to 20k around there. So for instance, that's 20k there. So 40k would something be like up here. But yeah, this doesn't make sense. But either way, this is a bit of a confusing chart to look at, but this one makes a ton of sense. So, you know, there is still an opportunity for it to go, for people to do a buy-in and it to go up to here in between and then a bit of a trace back. I wouldn't say, you see, it still follows the blue trend here. So either way, you could still see, you can still see Bitcoin, you know, holding up above. It will definitely hold up above the previous bullish run. You will not see it go below 25. Definitely not below 20k, because 20k, if it goes that'd just be an absolute chaos. It'd be an absolute chaos show. But as you can see here, so holding quite well. Now I could actually just type in cryptocurrency and see what is going on live right now on the market. So we got, one day ago, Forbes saying kind of the opposite. What Goldman Sachs is saying, looking ugly, crypto prices tumble again after $300 billion sell-off. Yeah, I mean, we know that. But, yeah, market cap is sitting at 1.9. I think originally it was at 2.5 billion. So, you know, you got why Solana will outperform Bitcoin again 2 days ago. What else have we got here? Also, there was the thing about Kazakhstan, internet shutdown, and I think they have a large mining facility there in Kazakhstan. So that also kind of did affect it with their internet going down. As in, you know, they weren't able to mine it, etc., etc. Bitcoin falls towards 40k, racks up longest losing streak since 2018. But, I mean, let's see, what else have we got here in news stories? I'm very curious. PayPal, of course. PayPal launching its own cryptocurrency. This is 16 hours ago. Obviously, got some negative news here. You know, crime hitting a record of 14 billion. What else have we got here? GameStop also. See, this is what I meant when I'm saying, you know, big names out there doing stuff in the cryptocurrency industry. GameStop reportedly has a whole unit working on NFTs and cryptocurrency. Whole article here. Let's have a look at this. Or this could be a whole other stream in itself. Best cryptocurrency to buy right now is what they're saying. But so you got PayPal making their own coin. PayPal has already done on their platform. I think you can buy Bitcoin. You can buy cryptocurrency on that platform. I think you can only buy Bitcoin at the moment. I don't know. I think that's all for now that you can buy on that platform. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you got Financial Times. You know, you got all these. And I mean, this is nothing new, but see what else we got here. But yeah, the key thing there is, you know, the big names talking still about it positively, even though we're in a bit of a bullish trend right now. Also to note, make sure you use all my referral links in the description, such as, you know, to get Bitcoin for free if you use my referral link on Coinbase, etc., etc. I'll link that down below, as well as how to kind of buy Bitcoin, etc., etc. Because I have a whole video about that I released a few years ago that is still important today that you could make use of. So let me X this off. It's not actually saying, is it going to tell me? I think you know, this could be a whole video in itself about which cryptocurrencies could see an uptrend. I think cryptocurrencies that are related to NFTs, cryptocurrencies that are related to the DeFi market, which is short for decentralized finance, cryptocurrencies that are related to blockchain technology, such as what Samsung are doing in terms of tracking their, I think what was it? I completely forgot again. What was it again? That let me have a look. Samsung. I think that. Well, hold up. Let me see. Samsung. Let me remind myself. Samsung blockchain. Yeah, to address climate change. I've not even read that article, but you know, when I saw that, I was like, that is big news. That is the type of news that big, you know, investors are going to see and be like, yeah, I know Samsung. I might consider it. And if information like that still continues to come out, where they're using the technology, and then people that have big sums of cash to invest see it as an opportunity, then, you know, you've got pretty much possibly another bullish run. I mean, it's not, the thing is though, it's not completely toppled ever since this previous run that I had. That, what was that? That's 69k, yeah. So actually it's gone up. Yeah. It's very interesting, because you see how these past other two bullish runs, it's not been like that before. And that's something that is very interesting. Now, especially what you had in 2014 is this run up, this bearish trend, and then back up. Then you had a bit of a lot of movement here, a whole dip down here, and then a quick buy-in. That's what probably in all of a space for less than a week, and then you had the downtrend. Something like the 2014 thing might occur again. 2017 case, it was just up, down, 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 down. Why was it continuously down? I think there wasn't that much information like now, where, as I can say, you know, repeat again, PayPal, Samsung, Goldman Sachs, Kevin O'Leary, you know, you got the businesses, you got the influences behind it. There's much more reasoning to kind of hold such a thing, such as Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and I think that's what you're seeing here. It's pretty much people wanting to hold on, and people understand the blockchain technology much better, probably even better than I do. I mean, you know, I don't know everything, but I mean, what else is there to look at? If anybody's in the stream wants to ask a question, I think I'm going to end off here, call it the end of the stream, and then we'll see what we'll do. But either way, right. Either way, I think we're going to end off the stream there. If you enjoyed this information, or found anything informative or helpful, then we'll do more. Because this is literally every single day there's information that comes out that is pretty much useful and important for people that are interested. So you can see here, so we obviously talked about the bit of a sell that we had here, but we're actually seeing a bit of buybacks there. Hold up, let me open the chart there. Let me know also, what do you want to see NFT stream next? What do you want me to do with NFTs though? What, talk about NFTs? As in, kind of explaining NFTs? Should I do a whole story, whole stream behind that? Like, what are NFTs, and maybe the best NFTs to get into? Something like that? Don't know. Could do it. I think the market cap at 1.9. I think originally it was at 2.5 when it, you know, you saw 69k for Bitcoin. This will be up to 2 billion and above. Wait, is that trillion? Wait, that's trillion. Well, I'm talking about billion. Wait, hold up, getting confused here. Yeah, that's trillion. I got confused. Wait, is it trillion or? Wait, I'm confused. It's trillion. It has to be trillion. It is trillion. Anyway. NFT stream next. What about Shosho? I mean, NFTs though, it's like, you know, you got Gary V talking a lot about it. You know, that's another big influence, as big as probably Kevin O'Leary. It's I think on the front of getting out there to the normal demographic of people that aren't interested in cryptocurrency, Gary V kind of does a bit of a better job about getting out there to kind of people that are, you know, because Gary V talks about, like, you know, more inspirational and stuff like that that many people can kind of relate to, even if they don't know that much about, you know, business, entrepreneurship, etc., etc. General talk, Ethereum, Polygon, blockchain. I mean, yeah, Polygon, you know, Polygon, cryptocurrency. You've got a whole, I think that's actually quite up. Polygon, cryptocurrency. Matic, let's see the price for that. As I said, some of these smaller coins, you're seeing them do still kind of holding quite well. Let me make sure this. Oh, right. I don't know. Let me check this. Let me check this. Polygon. Polygon crypto. Right. Oh yeah, there is also there's like a whole different thing that I could talk about, which is crypto games. So there's games out there where you can play and then earn cryptocurrency. Now you've got to look into things like that very carefully, because sometimes they will require some type of kind of or maybe not require, but to easier achieve cryptocurrency back, they might expect you to kind of invest something into it. So let me make sure. Let me get this a bit. Can I help to make this a bit larger? Hold on a second. There we go. Right, but yeah, that's crypto games is a whole thing that we could look into, because I know there's quite a few cryptocurrency games out there that exist. Not that I've played any, but reason being is because I know some of them require kind of like quite an amount of time to basically play it before, or invest in to earn back quicker. You got Sandbox. I think that's one of the games that is out there. You've got Phaeton Arena with TH Arena. You got, you know, if you type in cryptocurrency games, you'll come up with pretty much a full list. The only reason I know about it, I was looking on TikTok and it was kind of recommended to me about that. But so obviously that's what we're looking at here. NFT, but that's what we're looking at here. Are we still live? I need somebody to check. Let me check with my moderator. I think on my phone we're still live. Hold up, let me check. Yeah, my phone was still live. Either way, NFTs, that's something we could look at again. We can get a whole list down. So we've got NFTs, crypto games, what else have we got? Polygon. We can look into like small cap kind of underrated cryptocurrencies, because I've got quite kind of a few. I mean, if you just Google pretty much, let me see. You know, you can look into, it depends what type of sector you kind of believe in. You know, you got meme coins, you got DeFi coins, you got NFT coins out there. You know, I think decentralized, right, we're live. Decentralized finance, which is what DeFi is short for. You know, you can look at, if you type it in, DeFi coins. This is a whole video in itself. Slavy coin. Well, you want me to look at Slavy coin? Good look at Slavy coin. But should I? What's the deal with Slavicoin? What is that? Does Slavicoin have a use case though? That's the thing. I want to actually research it. What Slavicoin has a use case? Let me research this. So, let me look it up. So the thing with Polygon. Oh wait, crap. Oh my god. Whoa. Right, are we still live? Let me make sure. Are we live right now? No way are we live. Basically, I'm going to make sure I don't do that again. I know what I did. Wait, is it stopped? That's the thing why I've decided maybe I should do videos, maybe I shouldn't. Okay, let me go live. Right, either way, I'm going to end off the stream there because if people watch this back as video, they're not going to look through it completely. And we've like 47 minutes through it. So either way, make sure you watch through step by step. Maybe we'll do more streams. And you know, we've got so much to talk about. Well, so much that I could talk about, so much that we could talk about in terms of cryptocurrency in general. And the thing is with cryptocurrency is that there's so many avenues to talk about it. So, you know, as I can say, you got decentralized finance. So with DeFi, you know, you've got, search it up. Give me a second. DeFi. Decentralized finance. Let's see what we've got on news here. Arab Bank Switzerland is quietly getting into DeFi. That's 3 days ago. Solana DeFi. So yeah, you've got meme coins. This is about buzzwords that you need to know. But yeah, decentralized finance. I mean, that's all about kind of. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory about finance in itself and how kind of the process of transactions really that focuses on that. And reason why banks like it is because I think it, well, originally it was kind of, you know, banks were kind of largely against it, but now you're seeing the kind of opposite where banks kind of are interested in it. But it's still kind of I wouldn't say it's, you know, all positive news, especially for cryptocurrency and itself in general. But either way, so what have we got on the list? Let's get a list together. So we've got NFTs, we've got general talk. Yeah, I mean general talk in itself. We can do a stream. That's basically when I saw, you know, Goldman Sachs saying about 100k Bitcoin. I think, you know, that's definitely a great thing for me to do about. So if I see any kind of big news again out there, which it probably will, then, you know, that's a video for, you know, itself. I think next time what we could cover is maybe like top 5 underrated cryptocurrencies that aren't as well known there as kind of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that we could do. But for now, that's going to be the end of the stream, because I don't plan on streaming too long. Let me check. Mustafa, you still on the stream? Let me make sure. Right. We're going to end off the stream right there. But if you're watching this back as a video, make sure you leave a comment, make sure you subscribe, turn notifications on, check the description because I've got links about Bitcoin and etc, about how you can get a referral bonus, etc. And yeah, as I said, if you want to make sure, I might do a giveaway. It all depends upon if the content does well on my channel, which I'm hoping it kind of does, because I kind of want to do more of this in itself. It's content that interests me, but I feel like, you know, I've not been able to do it because of gaming stuff on my channel, etc, etc. So the reason I've got two. So I mean, one is kind of broken in its case, as you can see there, but I mean, either way you could just take it out of the case if you really wanted to, and just but this other one isn't. So yeah, yeah, I'm thinking about it. Maybe I will. It all depends upon, as I said, if the channel likes this type of content, if people want more of this type of content, I will do more of it. If I can get any more ideas that maybe I, you know, can think of, then maybe I'll continue on with it. But if you skipped through this video, or if you're watching this as a stream, make sure you look back through anything that you might have missed, because I kind of gave out, you know, pretty much a lot of websites here that, you know, originally I might have not known about, or maybe you don't know about. So you got the Rainbow Index of, you know, what's it called exactly? I'll find the exact name over it. Yeah, the Rainbow Price Chart for Bitcoin. Looked at popular, you know, article platforms out there. Cointelegraph, we looked at the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Bitcoin liquidations, pretty much about what that says is, well, actually we can refresh this. I'm very curious. So it is for 74.66 long. Will this change though? It'll still be in the green, but I'm gonna see if it's changed. Hold up. So the past hour, wow, look at that. So from the beginning of the video till now, in like a half an hour period, this has changed from 74 to 90%, which is a strong bullish trend. So in this past hour, 4 hours ago, you didn't see much, but these past like 2 hours, an hour, I mean, you've seen like what, 27% increase of people being bullish, meaning they're more positive about the price of Bitcoin going up. I mean, that follows through with actually seeing a bit of a dip here, but the matter of the fact is, you know, we're looking at the 1 minute chart here. I mean, if you're investing long term, then yeah. Either way, we're gonna have to stream, because I feel like, you know, with streams I do just kind of ramble on. But either way, that's going to be the end of the stream. If you did find anything helpful, let me know. As I said, you know, as always, subscribe, drop a like, etc, etc. Make sure you turn on notifications. That's a big thing for myself. Notifications turned on, so you're informed when I stream, etc, etc. And make sure you follow me on social media. Where is it? Up there. Up there somewhere. And that's going to be it. Hopefully you help find this helpful, and I will see you guys in the next stream. Maybe next video, but streams a bit more interactive. And anyway, so we had Mustafa largely in this stream today, but maybe we'll have some other people next time, and I'll try to think of something next to do. Either way, make sure you take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Turn notifications on, do that, that's a must.